Hello everyone, it's Annie, and today I'm here with my April TBR, which is mostly going to be for Linguathon, which the announcement will be linked somewhere up there or in the description. I really hope everyone is going to join because it's going to be so much fun. I have a lot of books that I want to read, so let's get started. So first, the group book and also the pick for the Found in Translation book club in April is Iraqi Nights, and this is a translated poetry collection, and we chose this because April is National Poetry Month, so we thought it would be perfect, and it's also short, so it'll be easy for people to read. This is also illustrated by the poet, so that's amazing, very talented. I am really looking forward to reading this. I have not read a lot of poetry by Arab authors, and this is kind of a modern take on the 1001 Nights, I believe. So I'm really interested in this, and it does focus a lot on war. So that might be a little heavy, but I'm eager to see how it is. And then for my team's prompts, we have Women in Translation. So I'm going to read Untold Night and Day by Bae Soo-ah for that. This is super short, so it's going to be a breeze to get through. This is a Korean translated novel. I think it's a thriller. I'm really kind of unsure about what this is about still. It follows 28-year-old Ayami's final day at her box office job in Seoul's only audio theater for the blind. The theater is shutting down and Ayami's future is uncertain. After her last shift, she walks the streets of the city with her former boss late into the night, searching for a mutual friend who's missing. The next day, Ayami acts as a guide for a detective novelist visiting from abroad. Almost immediately, order gives way to chaos as the edges of reality start to fray. Okay, it seems like it might be a little surreal, kind of bending reality, thriller, mystery. I don't know, it sounds awesome, so I'm definitely going to read this one. And then we have a prompt that is to read a book that is about or set in or from a country that you have either been to or really want to visit. So I am reading another Korean book called My Brilliant Life by Eran Kim. I have been to South Korea, so this is perfect, and it's again really short. This is about a boy, like a teenage boy or a child living in Seoul in an impoverished family. My mom has read this book and she really likes it. I've heard great things about it, just in general, so I'm really excited to get to this finally, because I know I've been talking about it a lot. And then for the prompt, a backlist translated work, I'm going to be hopefully reading Penance by Kanae Minato, which was published in its translated form in 2017. This is by an author who I've already read from. I've read her book Confessions, which was so amazing. I loved that book so much. She writes really, really interesting psychological thrillers, and all I know about this book is that it is about the trauma or childhood trauma of 4 different women who were kind of intertwined. I don't really need to be convinced to read another book by her. Confessions was just so good, so I'm really looking forward to diving into this thriller. And then for Brittany's team, the first prompt is to read a translated short story collection or anthology. So I'm hoping to read The Way Spring Arrives, which was recently published by Tor, and it is a collection of sci-fi short stories translated from Chinese by all women and non-binary authors. And that just sounds amazing. I really need to read this. The cover is gorgeous, and it's just something that I really, really need. I just think I'll love this. And then also a prompt for Brit's team is to read a translated classic. So a classic that I've had on my TBR for a really long time is Snow Country, and this is a Japanese classic, I think written in the 60s, and it won the Nobel Prize for Literature. It is about a love affair of a man from Tokyo and a geisha who meet in this onsen town. It's quite short, it's under 200 pages, so that's also why I picked it. But I am really hoping to get to it because I do own it somewhere, I don't know where it is. I want to get through my physical TBR somehow. And then for Noelle's team, I'm going to read The Ice Palace for the prompt and award-winning work in translation. This is a Norwegian classic. It's also very short. I tried to give myself a little bit of a break this month. It is about two young girls who have like this frozen waterfall that they go and visit, and they have really intense friendship, and then one day one of the girls goes missing, and the other one has to try and find her and like navigate her world without her friend. This sounds really, really good, and it has won a whole bunch of awards, and I just think I should read it, and also the cover is really gorgeous and enticing, so I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, so now the bonus prompts or extra fuel. One of them is to read a linguistics or language nonfiction book. So I'm going to read The Power of Babel, which I mentioned in my physical TBR video a couple videos back. I have had this for years and I really need to read it. It's an entertaining romp through territory too often claimed by stodgy grammarians. It is about linguistic theory, geography, history, and pop culture to tell the fascinating story of how thousands of very different languages have evolved from a single original source in a natural process similar to biological evolution. Yeah. I don't know if this book might be out of date already. This was published in like, I don't know, the early 2000s? Yeah, 2003, so we'll see. And then another one of these bonus prompts is to read a book that features two different languages or like just words from a different language. It doesn't have to be translated, you know what I mean. I'm going to finally read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This centers around a high school girl who is a teen mom, and she also discovers her love for cooking through a cooking class, I believe. And I don't really know much more about it other than that. Of course, this will have some Spanish words in it, so it fits the prompt. I have read Elizabeth Acevedo's Clap When You Land, so I really love that. I gave it 5 stars, and I've heard such great things about this book, so I'm really hoping that I will like it. And then for the last extra fuel prompt, we have to read a book that is a memoir from someone not from your own country. So there were a lot of memoirs I could have chosen for this, but I'm actually going to be buddy reading Mastering the Art of Soviet Cooking with Gloria Thompson in April, so I'm going to choose this. I think the title itself is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I have been wanting to read this for a while. I know with the current political climate, maybe it's not the best timing, but I mean, it's a book and it's about cooking, so I don't know, I feel like it's fine. And you know, me and Gloria are really excited to read this. We had buddy read something before, so I'm really excited to buddy read with you again. And as far as the Sapphic books I want to read this month for the vlog, I am not sure yet about all of the picks, but I definitely want to read I Am the Ghost in Your House because I have an arc of this on NetGalley, so I kind of have to. This is about a girl named Pi who is only with her mother, and she kind of lives in other people's houses with her mom, and her mom finally lets her pick the place where they travel to next, and so she picks to travel to the city where she had met this girl that she liked, and she tries to find her again. That wasn't a very good description of the book, but that's what I remember of it. I don't have it in front of me. This cover is gorgeous. I cannot wait to read this. I'm so happy you got an arc of it, so look forward to that in the next Sapphic reading vlog. And that is it for my April TBR. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you're going to participate in Linguathon as well, or read the April pick for the Found in Translation book club at least. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!